Hello everybody, welcome to the pre-show. You're watching 3D Hangouts. Good morning.
Good morning everybody, what's going on?
Hello everybody in the chat room. We have some lovely people in the chat room this morning. These are the early people, the early risers. How's our mic? Is your mic on?
Hello, hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
Check.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Okay, it's checked. Wonderful. What's up everybody? Good morning. Look what I have. What is this, Pedro?
Is that Adabox 4?
That's Adabox 4. It is called Making Things Dance. It is green. This is the green one. Doesn't look green here, but it's because of lighting and stuff. Hello, everybody. Shout out to Kirby. He's in the chat room. He is the moderator. We have James Ross. Greg is also here. We also have Steve and Greg. I think I said Greg already. Greg gets doubles. We have Brad in the chat room. Tech Guy 12. Jason. And yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to the chat room. We're just making sure our microphones are working and stuff. But yeah, today we're launching Adabox 4 probably later today. So if you're a subscriber, you will have it hopefully today or tomorrow. So Adabox 4.
Yeah, depending on your area, location.
Correct, yes.
Should have got notification that it is being delivered today.
Mm-hmm. So our project is Boomy, and we'll talk about that when the show starts. You can see Boomy there. He's chilling out. He's like, hi. He's got a little speaker over there on the side, and nothing on the back, and a little opening for wires and stuff. Very cute little Circuit Playground-esque character. Haha. Kirby is hoping for a spy-themed Adabox. Maybe. I think that might be one of the things.
I think it will be.
I actually don't know what they are.
We just got some SpyCam Raspberry Pi cameras in, so.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Sweet. Yeah. So did you guys work on anything on the week of making? We have some pretty cool sales and stuff going on for the week of making. It was last week, and
Carl is saying, why did we spoil the surprise?
which surprise?
I guess what was in Adabox 04.
Oh. Nobody said we couldn't, so I figured we'd do it today. We're supposed to launch it today, so.
Was the guide launched yet?
The guide was launched. Oh, the unboxing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be out later today, hopefully, and hopefully the product page will go live later. Yeah, I don't think so. We have an accompanying Adabox 4 guide, like a dedicated guide. All of our Adaboxes have a dedicated guide in the learning system. I think this one's still being worked on, or is still going to be published soon. Yeah. So this is just like you're right. It is kind of spoiling it. It's a little sneak peek. Probably is a better word for it. Yeah. Boomy needs a gold chain. We were thinking one of the shots would have been like to have Boomy. One of the photos would have Boomy like on your on your neck, paying homage to that.
Writer's Adabox is coming in tomorrow.
Sweet. Adabox 5, maybe gaming or something. Yeah.
Yes, we did see the progress on the Bose build by Kirby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a segment about that. The contest from Instructables, really, very cool. Look, Bose gave out their STL or whatever files, 3D files for designing an enclosure around it. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't know what the next Adabox is. Maybe it'll be wearable, maybe it'll be video games. I don't know. Place your bets now. I'm gonna turn my hat on now. So for the week of making, like the weekend or whatever, I sewed a NeoPixel strip on my hat, and there's the inside of the hat. Like, where's the electronics? They're like hidden nicely inside the little flap here. You kind of see it there. So how do I turn it on? I kind of want to put like a embedded button inside the fabric so that I can just kind of, you know, like those teddy bears that you squish the paw and they like turn on. There's like an embedded button. Kind of want to do that.
Yeah, one of the push buttons.
It's really bright in the studio, so you can kind of make it out. There you go. It's like 80%. Not really 80%. It's like the value is 80. The highest is 255 for the brightness. So I thought I'd do a wearable project. No 3D printing at all. It's just a wearable. This is my hat. This is indeed my real hat. This is the one I use.
One out of many. So I worked on fixing the freaking printers.
Yeah. We had a little down problem with the Ultimaker 3. But
they
were quick to ship us some replacement parts real quick. So if you guys have any problems with your Ultimaker, if you have an Ultimaker, yeah, hit them up. Hit up the support team. They're great.
And then over on the BCN3D side, I updated all the stepper drivers on there to the updated.
Yeah, so it's a lot quieter now.
Whatever they are, whatever chip I forgot.
The drivers?
On there. Yeah, the chips that are on the drivers. Updated all those. And
Is it easy to do?
Really quiet now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in like awkward positions to get some of the.
Yeah, same thing with the
bolts out.
Ultimaker. Like I had to take it apart to put it apart. Does that make sense? Like the way the kind of frame is set up, you have to kind of like take apart the frame in order to get the thing in there.
That's how you can get that really good ratio build area to the size of the printer is by compacting all that stuff in there.
Yeah. Stuart Riggs is saying Ultimaker support is indeed good.
Yep.
Cool.
David has the being prepared for shipping notification on his Adabox. Matthew says hi.
Oh, that would be super cool. Boomy needs those eyes for the Halloween doorbell. Oh man, that'd be amazing, right? So he's like looking around. That's cool. So
that is on the project list. So maybe
I gotta show you guys this sneak peek, right? We're gonna show more about that. But that is the enamel pin that you get with Adabox 4, and that's really what was the first thing that was made for Boomy. So Boomy was designed by Bruce Yan, who's our creative director at Adafruit, and it's just like a cute little boombox. So very reminiscent to all the characters in Circuit Playground. So did a great job making this little guy. So we were tasked to make Boomy into a 3D printed enclosure. But it's a really, really high quality enamel pen. Look how cute it is. Oh, it's adorable. I had it on my hat for a little bit. Yeah, a Boomy patch would be cool. We'll ask Phil if there's a plan to do that. Hello. What does he sound like? That's one thing. I don't know what he sounds like. Well, it's not really he. It's a genderless robot. Cool. Well, we're going to go live. We're going to start the show, rather. We're already live. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Thank you guys for joining us for the pre-show. Now some music. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. I'm Noe, designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, Mr. Pedro.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Pedro Ruiz, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D print projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects for you. Pedro, what's on tonight's show? This morning's show.
This morning we have a really cool discount code for y'all.
Yeah, this week's coupon code is Boomy, so if you use Boomy at checkout, be sure to use Boomy. You get 10% off your discount. Wait, 10% off discount. Man, the mornings are tough.
Yeah, it works on everything except subscriptions and software certificates.
Another thing, let's jump right into it. We have a store-wide sale going on. So there is, to celebrate National Week of Making, we have 50% off on selected items. This is running 15% off. So this is running till June 16th through the 22nd. So it actually ends tomorrow. Yeah. So if you are getting some stuff, make sure you check out adafruit.com/sale and you can see all the stuff that are in stock. I'll quickly share with you guys what's there. So if you go to adafruit.com/sale, or if you just look at the top, anywhere on the Adafruit site, you'll see this blue banner. It takes you right to this page. You can see all the things that are on sale. We have like Flora, the Pi TFTs, breadboards, featherboards, spy cameras, lots of different NeoPixel strips, lots of different things. But you can't apply the 10% discount on something that's already discounted. This is 15% off. So if you want to get something that isn't listed there, definitely use the coupon code Boomy. Support you and support us as well. Support your maker habit. That's what I usually say.
Orders that are $99 and up, you get free shipping.
I think it's $200 or more.
Oh, sorry, $200.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
I know.
If you spend $100, you get these free enamel pins, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, this is what Pedro was thinking of. So with orders that are $100 or more, you get these free pins. We just toss them in there. Which one will you get? It's a surprise. We just kind of randomize them, I believe.
The cool thing about this is if you are if you have an account set up with us, we'll keep track of which pens you've been sent. So every time you order one, you're not going to get a multiple pen.
Really?
If you don't, you'll just get a random one tossed in there.
That's cool.
So definitely make sure you make an account so you can keep track of all your orders.
This is a great time to pick up stuff since we got the 10% today. We also have another one later today. We have the sale going on until tomorrow, and we have these freebies going on until we run out while supplies last. Pretty sweet. So those are the super cool deals that are going on. Again, we have Adafruit Daily if you want some daily content. If you want some weekly content, we have the new newsletter, so you can check those out. And just a quick program note, you are watching 3D Hangouts. We do the show live every Wednesday at 11 a.m., which we struggle through it because it's the morning, but hey, we're here.
Yeah, so it's a supplement video on the project that is released every week. It's our additional...
this is what 3D Hangouts is, yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump into this week's project, which is this very lovely little...
So this is Boomy. So Boomy is a little circuit playground character, and he is an enamel pen. So every subscriber to AdaBox gets a little enamel pen. So this one is called, this version of AdaBox is called 004, and the theme is making things dance, right? Or making music dance, something like that. Oh man, how did I forget? Anyway, so Boomy is a little character that was designed by Bruce Yan. It is an adorable little boombox, and we were tasked with designing a little 3D printed enclosure. So this is all 3D printed. And Boomy is a little enclosure. You can put stuff in them.
So the back opens up. You got the snap fit nubs.
Yeah, go ahead and open it. Nice and tight.
And inside we have completely solderless projects.
Yeah, so that's the main thing about AdaBox is that all the parts can just stack together. There's no need for soldering involved. It comes with a lot of extra things too. So I have the AdaBox here. And we can take a look at the contents if you want.
So on the bottom we have a
contents.
Oh no, we have an 8266.
So here's what it comes with. It comes with the Feather Huzzah with ESP8266. It's got pre-soldered stacking headers. You get the music maker with the amplifier, so you can actually turn that into a synthesizer, just have it play MP3. So it's got MP3 encoding on board. It comes with a 3 watt 4 ohm speaker. So it's a mono speaker, the one on the side there, fully enclosed. And then you get a mini remote control, an IR sensor, so you can control if you want. You get some premium jumper cables, micro USB cable, a power supply, half-size breadboard, potentiometer, a switch, a component bag, and a blank box, which you can kind of do stuff with. And something special from DigiKey. It's called the DigiKey's Corner. I actually don't have it. I don't know what it is because I kind of got a pre-release version of AdaBox. And you also get, of course, the Adafruit Collective Pen, which is for subscribers only. All the contents are in this little page, this little insert, super high quality stuff here in this AdaBox. So I'm loving it. I actually haven't had, this is the first AdaBox I've actually got to unbox and open, and my goodness, is it such a premium, like nice experience. I really like the detail that
A lot of
everybody that
attention to
worked
detail,
on this. Yeah. So everything about this box is just epically awesome.
If you want to jump into what that looks like.
Yeah, sure.
You get that. Did you already push it out of here?
Yeah.
Pushes out
So
like that.
that's how it comes out.
Backing here is where all of the instructions, or the contents and instructions are.
Exactly. I'm just gonna hold it right here on my shoulder.
And then open this up.
Yeah, so we got this beautiful, lovely paper, tissue paper that kind of is very nice. I've already opened it, obviously.
Yeah.
But everything's packaged nicely. It's not like this. It's just kind of like the extra parts.
Yeah.
I actually got 2 of them because I had to build it and photograph it. But hey, you get all the stuff. Everything's nicely labeled and separated for you. Again, no soldering required. So you can just plug everything into the breadboard if you want. So very cool stuff.
Yeah, so the blank box is used as a holder for shipping, but you can also turn this into a Boomy.
Yeah,
We'll go ahead and release the SVG file. So if you want, you can just 2D print this, stick it on.
I think that'd be really cool, yeah, to 2D print them. And then just put it on the box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely enough room
up.
to fit all of the breadboard and components inside here. If you so wish to make a 2D printed version of it.
It also doubles as like a packaging thing to help with packaging. Cool. All right, so that's just a quick look at AdaBox.
Yeah, I think Lamar's actually going to do a full detailed unboxing of this.
Perhaps.
I believe.
Can't guarantee it. There you go. All right, cool. So let's take a look at the guide for Boomy while Pedro puts that away. Thanks, dude. So if you check out the learn.adafruit.com, you can see the guide. It just published it, and it just walks you through kind of the project, all the stuff that are in the box. You don't have to have AdaBox to build Boomy or to build any projects that you could use with Boomy. You could use any components, but these are the components, the main core components that you can use right away. So you can pick up all these out now. The speaker is out of stock, but you can get a notification. You can sign up for that. Next page talks about the 3D printing part, and this is all 3D printed. I got a little GIF here for you. You can kind of see all the pieces that kind of make up Boomy. And one thing about, you can download the STLs, and you can download the source file too, which is really awesome. Whoops, I kind of clicked that prematurely. So the way to do Boomy's face is probably like the hardest part about printing Boomy, mainly because it's kind of this color stacking where you have multiple G codes that print on top of each other, and between those G code prints you swap out the filament. So that's why I call it color swapping or color stacking, because you're kind of stacking these things on top. So the first thing you do is you print so it's all one STL file, right? It's pieced up into 3 pieces here just to kind of illustrate the different segments of it, but it's actually just one STL piece. So you bring them into your slicer, and then you run a pause at height script. So you tell the printer to pause. For Simplified 3D, that's all done through the Advanced tab and layer modification. So you're telling the printer when to start the print and when to stop the print, and you just kind of leave the print there and just keep printing the next file, and then you change out the color filament. So I have it very detailed, and all the wording is detailed and tells you exactly where everything is. You can do this in Simplified 3D, and you can do this in Cura as well. And the only other thing that does something similar is Boomy's buttons, because they are that 2 colors. You print black first, and then you print gray on top. For Boomy's face, you print black first, then gray, and then white. So there's 3 colors for Boomy. So it's 3 different G codes that you run, one after the other, after you change the filament. So this page explains all of that in really good detail, better than I did just now. The next page talks about the assembly. Super simple and straightforward. This is probably my favorite project because it's just how simple the assembly is. No screws required. Well, there's some screws, but for mounting the components, everything is friction fit. The breadboard has a peel away sticky backing, so you just stick that onto the enclosure backing cover. The handle is attached with machine screws. I tell you which ones to get. And then the little handle snaps on, or the grip snaps onto the handle. The buttons are just taped onto the front there. And Boomy's face is attached with this Nitto tape. I'm a really big fan of Nitto tape. You could use glue or something, but I like Nitto tape because it has a really strong hold, and you can also take it off if you put it in the wrong orientation, which I did many times. The speaker is just friction fit. It just fits right within the dimensions, so it's held in place nicely. That's kind of it. Very, very simple to put Boomy together. So if this is your first 3D printing project, it's a really good one. Really simple. and just a bunch of fun pictures of them. So if you want more information on anything I just talked about, check out the learning guide, and all the info is there. We also have all the colored filaments that you need. So you can pick up the silver, black, and gray filaments, respectively. Sweet. That's Boomy, the BoomBox. So if you want to pick up anything, if you're not subscribed to AdaBox, definitely consider subscribing, because you can save some monies.
Yeah, we are going to put the contents of the box up for sale after the
subscription?
all the subscribers
Oh, okay.
receive theirs. You're not going to get all of the fancy additive stuff like the little pins and all the discounts that you get with the subscription,
Okay.
but you will be able to get all the parts. You can actually get them all right now, not with all the discounts, but you can pick those up.
Cool. And I got some
Quick
really good
questions.
tips here from Kirby, real quick.
Yeah, first question though,
What?
is that the enclosure that comes with the Boomy
Okay, yeah, so there might be a little
No.
bit, yeah, so this enclosure you do have to 3D print. This does not, we do not ship any 3D parts at all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you do have to 3D print
A
Boomy.
little time consuming
Yeah,
to do
sorry,
that.
sorry for the confusion there. But yeah, that would take too long for us to 3D print a bunch of them and send them people.
Yeah, and then Kirby
So
was
it's up
asking
to
about the SVG files for the Boomy card box. I think you just have to resize those to the box and we can release
Yeah,
those.
I think so.
We will upload those after the show.
We'll do that. Yeah. 80s throwback, yeah, Dan, and this is totally 80s throwback.
It's exactly what they were
Yeah.
going for.
And then this is a great comment suggestion from Kirby. He's saying that you can get more advanced in SV3 where you change the end scripts of the bed. If you're using a heated bed, you can keep it heated so that yeah, that'd be a big problem. That is actually a good idea. It didn't occur to me because I'm not using a heated bed. I'm using blue tape. But yes, if you have a heated bed and you're swapping your colors out, you want to make sure that your heated bed stays heated so it doesn't start lifting off the print. But it's fairly easy to set up. Okay.
We looked at using heat inserted or heat set inserts or self-expanding inserts.
Which comment are you reading?
Right down here.
Oh.
For screwing in components or parts for the models.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I haven't tried that too much, but I know a lot of people that have, and they have really good successes with it. John Park too. He likes using thread inserts.
Yeah. So
He
one of
just
the
heated
biggest
up with
reasons that we don't do that is because as we're prototyping things, we'll go through like 20 different models, and we can't sit there and do a heat insert each time to see if it fits, only to find out, oh no, that was off by a little bit on this port or whatever. So it's one of the main reasons we just create the threads into the standoffs.
Yeah,
just
I think
screwing
for something big, I would do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, something bigger that
Yeah.
requires like stress and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, or press fit inserts. Yeah.
Again, the exact same reason. If it turns out that the model is wrong, then I got to sit there and cut it out. So it's just when you have a deadline every week, it is definitely a
I mean,
time killer.
our thread insert is every single tripod project that we do. I'm looking at it right there.
Mhm.
That's thread insert.
Yeah.
We do that all the time.
Goes right
It's just
inside
with
it, yeah.
tripod things, not with like regular screws.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great thing. All right, cool. Well, there's no screws needed other than the handle here, but most of the components don't need screws, so that's pretty cool. Okay.
So let's actually take a look at some of the steps we took to create this inside of Simplify 3D.
You want me to open that? Okay. So, it's gonna take a minute. I have to like find the file and get it in there. Maybe you can take a question while I do that.
Let's see. So just comments on the fit inserts. Super easy, no heat required. Cool.
Yeah, you could do that.
Shout out to Simon in the chat room.
Okay, so inside Simplify 3D, bring in Boomy. You can see this is one STL. It's just one full STL. if you want to print the pieces in like separate colors and pieces, if you find that easier, you could do that. You do have to align them in the right way.
Yeah, it could be a little bit tricky, especially with how little gaps that you have over near his mouth area. So this is definitely the way to go.
Okay, so you make a new process. I'm going to hit add and pick your printer, whichever printer it is. I'm going to go with the type A. And really where you want to go to is the advanced tab. In here there is a layer modifications segment, so you can come in here and tell it when to print. Since we're doing the very first thing, I'm going to leave start printing at, I'm going to leave that unchecked because we want to start printing on 0, but we need it to stop at 1 millimeter. And that's really it. So I'll hit OK. So when you preview this, you're going to see that only the base gets printed, which is depending on how many your layer height. I have what, 0.2, so there's like 5 layers or 6 layers there. So it's just going to print this. So make sure your printer is filled with black first, or black filament, or whatever color you want.
You're gonna make sure that your top and bottom layers are also set to what, like 4 or 5, as many layers that you have, just so you don't have any
no
infill. Yeah,
true that.
Just so there's no curling up or anything like that.
So you can see the layers are 5 and 5 for me on this one with a 0.2 layer height. The next thing you want, so you save that out, right? You save this out, I would save it as something like Boomy face dash black, for example, just so you know that it's the black one. And then when you print this out, leave it printed. Leave it on the bed because you got to print on top of it. So the next thing you do is go back to the advanced tab and then start printing at 1 millimeter. And then you want to stop printing at 2 millimeters. So all of the segments are actually, they're rounded off. So it's just 1, 2, and then I believe 3. So now when I prepare to print, you'll see that it's just his facial features, right? If you look down, you'll see that it's actually printing 1 millimeter above the bed, and that's because the part would be there, the base would have been there, so that's why we're printing on top of it. So the last thing you'll do, so save that out as a G-code dash gray.
All of this is listed in the learning guide as well.
Yeah, it is, because I'm probably flying through this. And then we change this one to 2, and that's basically it. We don't have to tell it to stop at 3 because it's going to do that anyway. Mm-hmm. So prepare to print, and all you get is the rings, and that's the only detail that's white on Boomy. So that's just the rings around his eyes. So that's it. It's just 3 G-code files, and you print those out. Make sure you leave your printer on there, and if you want to keep the bed heated, I believe it's under scripts, and then ending script, you just make sure that you don't turn off your heater. Since I don't have a heated bed on this type A, I don't have that in here. But if you did, you would make sure to turn that on. Mm-hmm. So you do have to do a little bit of G-code scripting, but hey, that gets you into learning and understanding how you can use different G-code scripts and different G-code commands to do some pretty nifty things.
Yeah, and if you have one of the printers like the Flash Forge, which actually has the ability to pause for you, you can just print the entire thing out.
Yeah.
Just,
that'd be easier.
It's a lot easier because you can just tell it to pause at 1 millimeter, mm-hmm. and inside the settings for that, you can also tell it to hold your heat for you.
That's right.
So the printer can do it all contained, so you don't have to do all of this.
Yeah.
Right. But it just depends on the printer that you're using, if you have those options or not.
Yep. There are some nifty tutorials too on Simplify 3D's website, and I think other people too. I think there's one by Joel, 3D Printing Nerd. He has a great tutorial on multiple processes and changing colors out. Mm-hmm. And on one print. So very cool.
Or if you want to be like extra fast about it, you can actually, with the Type A, you can just rip out the
you can
filament
just,
while it's going.
Hot swapping.
Yeah.
You can
or
do
you
that
can
as
cut
well.
it and then stick it in there while it's still printing.
Yeah.
So there's multiple ways you can do this.
Right. Or you can paint him if you wanted to, which would be a little bit difficult, but you can do that too.
Yeah, for other little...
Yeah, you also want to turn Z-homing off for large parts because then it would smash into the part. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So it is a little risky, but...
multiple ways.
Yeah. You'll learn, definitely. Talk about the LED in your hat.
We'll get to that at the end.
Does the flash forward lock the steppers down? Oh, yes, it does, so that you don't move it, so it doesn't lose its position. Mm-hmm. Correct? You don't lose its position. So yes, it locks it. The flash forward definitely locks the steppers down.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Does the Replicator 2 do that as well? Because I kind of swore that the Replicator 2 let you move things around, because I remember moving it closer to me to be able to swap out the filament.
Well, that's
I'm not sure.
bad.
We'll have to try it out. I think it actually rehomes itself.
Oh, okay. And then it starts
goes
again?
Back where
Yeah. Well, that's why I like printing it in multiple G codes, because then you don't have to worry about the Z getting lost, or the home, or the X and Y getting lost. Yeah. Because it's literally a different process.
Yeah.
That only works though if you have your thing set up. So if your heat is still turned on. For me, I didn't have to worry about that because I didn't have any heat. So it was just like, okay, next thing. You just have to remember to keep the part on the bed, because I'll tell you, I did remove the part, and I was like, oh no, I forgot to print the rings around his eyes, because I was trying to print. Dude, I had to print 4 of these. I shipped out 4 of them to this. Yeah, because they have to photograph it, and Bruce wanted one, and I think Colin wanted one, so I had to like make a couple of them, which is fun. All right, good comments though, Kirby. Thank you. All right, well, that's kind of you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a layer by layer.
Yeah, I was going to say,
on just Boomy.
For the show notes, talking about doing how you did the sketches for the mouth.
Yeah, I'm going to have to show you guys that.
Pipes for
in a layer by layer.
Creating this cute little smile on his face.
I learned some cool things that I think that's useful to know, using pipes, like you said, and using just like kind of the 3-arc tool to make his like mouth and stuff.
And I think there was even another tip on creating the snap together parts on the inside of this as well.
No, it's the same stuff I always do.
Okay, so check it out. Learn.adafruit.com, or if you missed out on this quarter's AdaBox, be sure to subscribe.
Yeah.
Stay up to date on all the cool new projects that come out for
cool. Adafruit.com/AdaBox. Check that out. Okay. Moving on. So don't forget, nationwide sale, free pin. Check that out.
Collect them all.
All right, so what are we prototyping?
What are we prototyping this week? Back on this little finger skateboard we showed off last week. So I was modeling the entire skateboard with the sculpting environment, and Noe, you had the idea to actually try it using the patch environment instead, just because you were able to get the profile for the little scoops here, which was pretty difficult for me to get inside the sculpting environment. It turned out to be a lot more better, since you have a lot more control when you have the profile dipped down to give the little concave for your finger to attach to. So you remade it all in that, and then we use the bamboo filament to print this out to give this a more wooden deck feel.
It's real wood. Look at that.
Yeah, so some of the test ones that we got in were all wood, and we just wanted to replicate that. And then you just played with the temperature settings as it was printing to create this really cool zebra look on it.
Yeah.
And this isn't a defect, this is intentional. So we'll talk about the way that you use the patching environment and all that, not next week, week after.
Yeah.
But super cool project. Take a look at all the CAD, all that cool jazz.
Okay.
Put up later. Really like this project, super cool.
Yeah.
Nice little link.
I stuck a fingerboard
thinking outside of the box for component enclosures. Super cool.
Featherboard makes sense. Woo! Awesome. All right, so that's what we're prototyping. We'll have more stuff. Okay, shop talk.
This week's shop talk is on.
We got contests. You want to do those first?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're going to start with a contest from PinShape. We are sponsoring this contest. We meant to talk about it last week, but things slip. So you have 9 days left for this. It's called the Mechanical Design Challenge. It's a collaboration with Formlabs and PinShape. So the first prize winners get a Formlabs 2 printer. That's a $3,500 printer, which is an awesome printer. $100 Adafruit gift card. Second place gets a Prusa i3 MK2S kit and $200 gift card. Third place gets a 3D Hubs gift card for $100. So these are the lovely sponsors that are sponsoring this contest. So if you have a mechanical design and you want to win some prizes, check it out. There's got some great judges too as well. So check that out. I'll have the links below, or you can just go to pinshape.com/contest. They're always running contests every month, so check them out. Next contest, this was sent to me by Kirby. This is an awesome contest by Bose and Instructables. So go to Instructables to check out this. Basically, they gave out some Bose, partnered with Ultimaker and Instructables. They gave out their design files so that folks can design enclosure for it. So you can here it is, start design. So you can 2 different categories here. You have one for Tinkercad. So if you're a Tinkercad user, you could win the first prize in Fusion 360. So they have their own different files that you download. Nobody's entered the contest yet, so this is hot off the press, I'm assuming. So if you have a design that you want a speaker design, maybe some sort of Boomy, 21 prizes. 2 people win the Bose speaker grand prize. One person is going to win a Ultimaker 2 Plus, and first prize is 3 people win the Bose headphones and the speaker component itself. Pretty cool.
I remember seeing this at one of the maker fairs. I didn't really get a good chance to listen to it, but it sounds really good based on just how big the magnet is in the back
the
there.
Screwdriver, nice.
Yeah.
And you got 10 runner-ups to get a T-shirt, so definitely something for everybody to win. So check it out. Instructables does some great contests, and this one's pretty new. So check it out if you like speakers and design and you design stuff. I like that they have it segmented for Tinkercad and Fusion 360, so both
Makes it a lot
people
more
can
accessible,
win. Yeah, so that's really cool.
Super cool.
So check that out. It's on Instructable's website. And another contest. This one is from My Mini Factory in Tinkercad, and this is sponsored by BQ, the makers of the WitBox 2 3D printer. This one closes on July 16th, so you have plenty of time to get this going. There are categories here, which are really nice themes. Fidget spinners, I love me some fidget spinners. Fingerboards, how relevant, yeah? Like fingerboard ramps, that's a theme. Furniture, so if you like furniture, and plots and planters. So if you have designed any one of these things and you just want to submit your design to win a new 3D printer, definitely do that. They're giving out 4 of these 3D printers, some fingerboards, some ball bearings, and some nice swag bag from Tinkercad. So it's really awesome. So check that out. Get all the details and stuff. You have 1, 2, 3 opportunities to win a 3D printer. So if you don't have a 3D printer yet and you know a little bit of design, I think this is a great way to get a 3D printer for doing a little bit of work. It gets you encouraged to kind of get into the design workflow, which I think is a good idea. Sweet. So those are the 3 contests. We'll have them linked below, and good luck with everybody who enters in the contest. Okay, next up. This one. What's next?
Next up is the Sigma being back in stock. Just quickly touch.
Being back in, like it was
that.
out of stock. No, it was never out of stock. We still have it in stock. So this is the latest printer that we have in the store.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier in the pre-show, I just switched out all the drivers, updated it to the R17.
So you can do that, right? So if you have the non-R17, R16, you can update it with just a couple parts.
Yep, just a couple parts. I think it's like $100 to get the quiet fans, and then
okay, that's not bad.
Another $100 for the steppers, and it does a really good job on getting more micro steps to get more high-quality finishes on the outer surfaces on that. So definitely worth a look, and it operates really good without those updates on that. So look at a printer for the price.
And
definitely competes with the Ultimaker 3 in terms of getting the dual extrusion on that.
Oh yeah, and the price.
The price, yeah.
It's fairly on point. So if you want to get, you can actually get 10% off on that 3D printer. Plus you get the free shipping if you're in the States. So it's a pretty good deal. Any of the 3D printers in the shop, it's a pretty good deal. So check this out if you are in the market for a new machine. Okay.
I want to remind everybody that if you listen to any of the videos and you like the music on there and ever wondered, where can I get that? You can jump over to soundcloud.com/Adafruit.
Yeah, so check it out. Just another reminder that we are uploading all our tunes on, hey look, there's Boomy. I threw secret notes out there at people and Pedro's Snapchats like, hey, so there's Boomy right there. He's been there all this time and you didn't know about it. Yeah, all of our voicemails are thrown here. So if you call OwnBitStab and you want to leave us a nice voicemail, we'll actually play it on the show. Yeah. Well, on Ask Engineer show. And
of course, if you
keep
want to
those
buy,
coming, guys. We really appreciate those. Just help us get through the days.
Yeah. So if you want to purchase Frequency album, you can do so.
Yeah.
We have a very nice vinyl record of that.
I think you could just go up here and type it in. Whatever.
It's there. It's a cool pink.
Thanks for
vinyl.
throwing me off, Pedro. I love that. Where am I? What am I doing? Did you want to talk about Community Makes?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's Community Makes.
We're done with Shop Talk, right?
Yes, that was it.
All right, great. All right, Community Makes. This is where we share your projects. If you have any projects, you can share it with us, and we'll share it with the world. because we love doing that. So the first one is a little Nintendo case for your Raspberry Pi. How I love these things. People keep making them, and they just keep getting better. This is a snap fit one, no screws required. We shared it last week, but this week Pedro liked it so much that he figured, I'm going to 3D print this out myself and see how well it works. So it's kind of like a first look at this design. So this was designed by Thingiverse user MTI. Let me see if he's got a name here.
Paul Clemens.
Paul Clemens. Shout out to Paul. He's in Houston, Texas, and he published this on Thingiverse. It's a free download, so you can 3D print it. It's a couple parts, right? Like a couple different parts.
4 different parts.
4 different parts. So you might have seen it
Top,
on
bottom.
Times Tuesday. No painting required. Just kind of print them out in the different colors. So let's take a look at it now.
Did a really excellent job on this.
That's
a lot of these designs that we see have these screw fit standoffs on there. This is all just snapped together. The Raspberry Pi 3 fits very nicely in there, and all of the ports line up. Access to your SD card.
Yep.
And
you could probably
very good.
I was hoping we would hydro dip. We didn't have any time, obviously, but you could hydro dip all the actual graphics on there. So if you wanted some really nice graphics, you can hydro dip it.
Yeah,
we're working on getting the hydro dip stuff, just as a quick update.
Oh yeah. So he's using the little nub. What's it called?
I don't have a name for them. I just call them nubs. Yeah.
The nub technique, I guess. So little inserts right here. These snap into that, and this just sits on top of these little standoffs that are on the bottom of here. Take it off, so don't mess with it. And then this just just squeeze the sides on there to pop that back in, like so. And back
nice
here.
Satisfying snap.
For that. Yeah, the tolerances are really good. I didn't have to do any horizontal compensation on that. We printed this on the Delta Go. And the little lid opens and closes just to reveal the ports. And it operates really good. So we just have a Raspberry Pi 3 inside here. You're using the PCB HDMI connector cables on here to make it nice, what's it called? Nice little connection for that. And of course, we're using the gamepad project that Noe worked on. So it's just the Bluetooth connected on there. And if I turn this on, should connect.
Oh, that's so great. The Bluetooth works sometimes. Usually Bluetooth doesn't work for me.
Yeah. And of course, we got to play the most complicated game.
Which one?
On
Battletoads?
NES. No, more complicated than that. Mega Man 3.
Oh, I mean hard.
Yeah.
That's very hard.
So definitely a good way to retro game with this nice compact little enclosure. This is the 5-inch monitor that you
2 weeks
worked
ago.
on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Battery built in here. You got the little tripod adapter on there. And this works very well. So we are definitely going to have to update the project for this since it's using the Easy Key Bluetooth on there. But you reminded me that you already have. You just have to put it in the enclosure of this.
You have to do a little bit of CAD work, but I think it'll work.
Yeah.
The Cherry MX button.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Right. We don't want to show how bad we are at the game, so let's not play it.
I know, especially this one with all the bees coming out.
Well, you could play it while I take questions or something, but I'll keep running into the...
Actually, we're not done with Community
No,
Makes
we're not.
yet.
We're not. That's what's going to... Let me run through Community Makes. All right, so that was, again, really nice design. So there's tons of NES
perfectly,
designs.
All the tolerances on for the Raspberry Pi are spot on, so definitely print that out if you are looking
Just
for an
one
enclosure.
tip, brim. Do a brim. You don't want warping. Next, this is from...
Yes.
Sorry, said throw that in there. So Steve came out with an update to his Guardian robot. This was last week's project.
This is quite popular. A lot of people like this.
Huge shout out to Steve because he is really...
He went ahead and redesigned the entire thing to be able to fit the Prima Proto inside there and a servo. Everybody's asking for a moving head. Yep,
and he also has space for the eye, to put a 10 millimeter LED in the eye. Super cool. A lot more room in there to put battery and electronics.
Oh, wow,
I'm going to print this out later this week and get this going. So just a quick little update from Steve. Very, very awesome. I got the servo and everything too.
He even has the horn
the
on
horn,
there too, or the
so
wing
it's awesome.
horn.
So this is really cool. I got to throw this out there too. Like Steve and Shout out to Lord Tron. He also did this too, so it's gonna look something like this with the LED in the eye. Just that little bit of movement adds so much to the project. It's like, wow. Now, again, I added LEDs in like the wrong spot, but I just wanted to get some sort of lighting in there. So I'm glad that this kickstarted a little bit of more depth to the project. So really cool. Shout out to Steve. Really
one of those
appreciate
cool projects where everybody can
contribute to it.
Contribute.
Yeah, so I love it. So I'm gonna probably do next week's project or something with it. Okay, the next one I wanted to share with you guys. This is a printable crop guard. Did you guys get the Spark, the DJI Spark? If anybody got one and has a 3D printer, of course there's lots of things that you'll be able to 3D print with it. The first one, this came across this here. This is from Thingiverse user Haishashi, sorry. And it's just prop guards for the Spark.
Yeah, he actually did he detail how he modeled it? Because this is pretty complicated to model, especially with all the curves that
That's
are going
not
on
it.
there.
That's the official one. Right?
No, that's what I'm trying to show. That the
Oh.
official one has all these little moving parts to do the clip action on there. He's just using the little snap fit, little nubs on the sides.
yeah.
I'm gonna print it out and see.
Yeah, we just
the
kind
difference of
of
it.
saw it, so
Yeah.
we gotta
I want
print it out.
to. I want to see the weight difference on what the official one is, and then one in ABS, since that's usually a pretty light material, rugged and light material for these. Yeah, this would definitely be complicated to print, especially with the hollow part that they have in here, just to save weight on that. And if you guys haven't seen the Spark, oh man, this is like our favorite drone now. More so than the little, we thought the Mavic Pro was small. This is like on another level of small. Super compact. I don't even need the controller or my phone out. You can just double click, it'll scan your face and just start flying out and doing all the gesture controls. Super cool. I know there's gonna be a lot more printing projects involved with this. If you guys have noticed with the Mavic Pro, every week there is at least one 3D printable Mavic accessory. So no doubt this is going to be the same as that. So if you guys are in the market for the newest, smallest selfie drone, this is definitely the one to get.
Yeah, maybe we'll do some projects with it. For
Yeah.
now, it's just
There's still projects on the list for doing drone, like a little claw, and then like science experiments, like when they do the egg drop. That was another really cool one that people want to replicate with the Circuit Playground.
Yeah, that'd be
So-
really fun.
Yep.
Cool.
So super cool drone, gets my stamp of approval. I'm sure we'll use it
Pedro
for
stamp-
filming.
Pedro approves of this drone.
Oh yeah, you got the footage here.
He approves.
If you guys
of
haven't
the
seen this
drone.
on our Instagram, you can see the stabilization on this feels a lot more rock steady than the Mavic Pro for some reason. I posted this in the DJI forums, and one of their engineers was like, yep, it has a 4K sensor in it, but we're doing the gimbal on top of electronic image stabilization. So it has two forms of stabilization on here.
Sweet.
And of course, you're able to get it through very tight little spots, like flying through a barn and through trees on there. I love the way this little guy flies. Of course, the only downside is the battery life. It's half of what the Mavic can do, but I really love it.
Sweet.
Great colors. If the image quality is coming through as crap on here, it's because it's just the 720p that is offloaded off the DJI Go app. I didn't actually grab the SD card to
Alright.
grab the full quality off of there.
No
But
worries.
super cool.
I think it's still cool.
Like it.
All right, so cool.
Totally dig it.
This is pretty neat. This is a Wi-Fi enabled RWD robot. So check this out. This is a Hackaday project from Thingiverse user Smiley77. So check it out. If you want more details on this cool little robot, you can check out the Thingiverse page and the Hackaday.io page project. This one is a wrap it up box. If you get the cultural reference, you're cool. This is a little open SCAD design, so you can modify and change the text and stuff. But it's cool. It just plays back the wrap it up song. So you can check it out. Nice little enclosure for it. Components listed out here.
Yeah, I like how it's like a pop culture reference wrapped around in something that's editable. The text is all in OpenSCAD, so you can edit the way that is. And Nice little way to make a sound box.
Yeah, this would work well with the Adafruit 4. All the components, like you can totally do this with the Adafruit 4. Like we have literally all the components here. This is great.
Super cool.
So, good stuff. Okay. This one is a 3D printed LED keyboard. It just looks really, really cool. I love me some keyboards. I like LEDs. You put the two together, you get really cool projects. It's all 3D printed. That's nice. This is on projectcontrive.com/printed keyboard. I'll have the links below. You can download the enclosure or make your own. Just get sort of one inspirational project for it. This is all on a little breadboard here. So just regular kind of tactile switches. Good stuff. Great little project. This is a really cool project too. This is sunglasses. So these are printed in PLA and then kind of molded. So I really like, was it Duke Donks on Thingiverse?
Cool
Very
editing
awesome.
style.
Yeah, I love this editing style. So check out the full video and builds. Got some little useful tips. So using a hot air gun.
The coolest takeaway for me was just to fold a piece of paper to act as your curve to melt the PLA so that it curves into
With a hot
that.
air gun, yes.
Yeah. So this is
very cool.
very cool.
Yeah,
Like
that's how you
that.
set it up. So check out Duke Donks on YouTube and Thingiverse. We'll have the links and stuff like that. But it's a very, very cool little project. So if you want to make some sunglasses or something, 3D print them and get that curve in there. You don't have to do the curve. You can do it after you've done printing. So those are all the projects I shared this week. We have a ton of great projects. We can't go through them all. They're going to be posted tomorrow on 3D Thursday on the Adafruit blog, and they're literally one every 30 minutes. So it's a lot, every hour, every half hour. So check those out. If you want to get your projects on the show, please do so. You can hit us up on Adafruit's account, or me. I'm at Ekin or at VideoPixel, or you can just email support@adafruit.com so we can share your projects out there. Sweet. Well, that's the show.
Time for Q&A.
Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about anything we talked about or any random questions, let us know so we can take them now.
I think the first question is going to be, how are you powering your hat?
Oh yeah, so let's talk about the hat. We didn't even talk about it yet. So yeah, so the hat is a 28 neopixels. This is the high density neopixel strip. I believe it's like 144 per meter. And that's just sewn into my hat. I wonder if I can get over the overhead to show you what the sewing looks like.
I'm going to switch it off though. It might blind the camera.
No, it's actually pretty good. You won't be able to see the sew because, well, I intentionally made it black.
It's going to mess with the focusing though.
Okay.
Just turn it off real quick.
So, okay.
That'll give you the opportunity to. They want to look at the battery and how it's hidden in there.
Yeah. So this is just a nice little break. I was listening to a podcast while sewing this because it is a little time consuming. So there's holes in between every little, there it is. You can see it there perfect, I think. So that's how I sewed it in there. Definitely used the technique of putting the sewing needle on both ends. Big thing there about putting the sewing needle on both ends. Then they both go in this way, and you just tie them on the inside. I don't think you can kind of see it on the inside there, how the sewing is like really, really close to the seam there. All right, so where are the electronics? So I punched a little hole. I used like, not a seam ripper, but I just kind of cut my own hole here. Just took apart the seams here. It's really, really difficult to see. I wasn't really planning on sharing this construction of this project, but there's 3 silicone-coated wires here, so there's no conductive thread. Conductive thread is great and all, but silicone-coated wire is even better because you kind of don't need it. So it kind of wraps through here. There's just 3 wires here, and this is the Gemma. I don't have a specific sewed little pocket for it yet, so the on-off button is right here, so you can turn off there. Here's where the battery is. I'm just tucking it underneath this little. All hats have at least these lid hats have this little pocket thing here, this little lip that folds inwards. So that's where I hide the electronics in there. I know this is terrible, like completely out of focus, but just have to bear with me, guys. So that's where it goes, in there and in there, and that's kind of it. I could make some better little pockets and stuff, like sewed like little seams here, so it would stay in there. Or maybe use Velcro or something cool like that. I was even thinking about snaps, but again, well, not again, but I'll just share that the point of this project was to get it done within like a half to an hour, so an hour and a half or so. And what I really liked about the project is that I didn't document it And you're wondering, like, well, why? It was because everything takes double the time when you're documenting it. Like, this took weeks to document.
I posted a link to the
Thank you.
build that Becky actually made for this.
Yeah, Becky went all out with hers.
She
hers
has microphones
has
in it.
2 other strips coming up here.
Yeah.
It's way crazy. It's got a microphone in there, like you're saying, to do like a VU meter type animation. This is just running the mega demo sketch.
Yeah.
But you can make it as simple as you want. It's only 3 parts: a strip, the Gemma, and a battery. The switch is already embedded in the controller, so you're really, really good. A little bit of soldering required, just 3 wire connections, but hey, it worked out really well. I recommend doing it. If you really want to do it, definitely do it. If you want to pick up this stuff to build this project, you can pick it up now. And make sure you use Boomy at checkout. Get 10% off. Actually, the NeoPixel strips are on sale, 15% off. So be sure to check those out if you don't have any NeoPixel strips. Pick up some.
Stock up?
Yeah, stock up on your stuff.
Let's see, other questions. Black coffee? Yes, I drink my coffee black.
I put a little bit of something. Let's match our colors, our coffee colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are our coffee colors. I gotta have a little bit of creamer, maybe like a spoon or 2. That's how I like it. Okay, next questions. Thank you, Kirby, for helping out in the chat room. He's talking about batteries. Check out the guide for batteries and stuff, how to properly power. I believe the
You said it's a
NeoPixel
150,
strips.
right?
Oh, the battery is a 500 milliamp battery.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, so 500, and then recommend, I would turn the brightness down at like 30%.
Right now it's at, well, it's not 30%. Remember, the highest value is 255. So right now this is 80. Half of that would be, so if you wanted half brightness, it's like 127, I believe. That's half of 255, yeah. And this is 80, so even less than that. So if you wanted 30%, I don't know, do the math. Yeah, run the feather. Oh, that's a good idea. So Ryder in the chat room is saying to run the feather weather lamp sketch. So yeah, all I'd have to do is swap out the Gemma, put in the huzzah. Yeah, and put in the huzzah with the ESP8266. That way it would tell me what the weather is on my hat. So if it's raining and stuff, you see the little trinkles going down. That's a great idea. It's super easy to do too. Awesome. And Adafruit has a forum. If anybody has any very technical questions, we have a full support team that will help you out with your questions.
Full-time staff.
Full-time staff.
Engineers.
Yeah, that's sort of the price that you get when you get any Adafruit stuff. You get that support.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Phil B has a really good guide on getting low power use in NeoPixels.
Yeah. Via a bunch of super cool code stuff.
Things I didn't think about, like using just red or just blue colors will save a lot, so you don't have to mix different colors together.
Yeah.
Cool stuff there.
Imagination to form, yeah. Except you have to take the hat off to know what the weather is, or look in the mirror.
That's right.
Or like, hey, can you tell me?
I mean, if you go like that with your hand, you might be able to get some bounce of the light.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this week.
Awesome. Well, we got a question from Dannon.
We do a review of the Maker Select version 2.
That's a little bit difficult to do, to get specific 3D printer and like test it out in hardware.
Yeah, it's actually one of my least favorite things to do, just because it gets in the way of actually doing projects. Yeah.
We try to stay away from reviews. You probably haven't seen a review from us in quite some time, and good reason for it.
Yeah, there's plenty of other channels that do really good, thorough reviews on them. It's just that our thing is projects to actually make with them.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
What's a good microcontroller for a smartwatch?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. Do you want your smartwatch to have Bluetooth, and you want to get something with the built-in Bluetooth module?
The most basic one that I worked on earlier this year was the Micro Python watch. You can check out. Super simple. It's just using the real-time clock to keep track of what the time is. Yeah, it gets really thick because you got to stack all these things on top of it. So you really have to kind of think about the kind of format. So there's so many controls out there. You really have to kind of narrow down your feature set and then find one that has all those either on board or design your own, because you can pull the PCB files and design your own. I think a lot of people do that too. Greg is requesting half the printers we don't use anymore.
Yeah. Right now we're using all of them.
All of them. Yeah.
The ones we weren't using, we've already donated them to some power users.
Mm-hmm.
Some power. Yeah.
Yeah, we use them all. The only ones we're not using right now is the Ember 3D printer.
Yeah.
Can't really give that away. It was like $7,000, so you can't just really give that one away.
Yeah, we're in the works with getting in contact with somebody to do something with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to the Super
Sue show.
Chico.
Yeah, thank you for the comment. Yeah, you found the Octoprint LCD tutorial and Raspberry Pi camera useful. Thanks.
Do we have gigabit Ethernet? The neighborhood just completed getting fiber. Our HOA just finished doing contract for whatever to get the monthly on that. So we will have fiber really soon.
Sweet. I'm just fingerboarding now. How many printers do we have?
I lost count.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
You guys saw that, right? First try.
About 15.
Oh yeah. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for. Oh yeah, so end of the show. So later tonight we have more content. This is Wednesday. We do a bunch of content on Wednesday live shows. So if you guys want to get on the show and tell, you can do that by checking out the posts on Google Plus or the YouTube thing. Just
the actual
chill out
YouTube chat.
Yeah,
we usually post the comments inside that.
Yeah, so come on the show and tell. You can win a free sticker. And you get the pleasure of showing your project off to Lamar and Phil.
And
no
when
pressure
you wait until 8:50 around during the Ask an Engineer show, right at the end of that show, we do give giveaway freebies. So whatever the new product for that week is.
Yeah, on Wednesdays.
All you'd have to do is
you have to call
in. Yeah.
Like a real phone. You have to actually talk. So it's a little bit hard. I hate talking on the phone, and that's why we do it. Because it's work. All right, well, that's the show that's going to be later tonight, so be sure to check those out. We got some new products coming out, Raspberry Pi news, Arduino news, all the good stuff from Lamar and Phil, so check them out. Secret Fairies, cooking up a storm with releasing a bunch of new content and projects. This is, of course, Aaron St. Blaine, new on the team, doing a lot of wearables and fun stuff.
If you guys haven't checked out that unicorn one with the remote control ears,
check it out.
The Circuit Playground, and a little joystick.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. You can check out the full guide on that as well.
And if you do, be sure to drop a comment, letting you know how much you appreciate it, because those help out.
Yep.
All right, Tony D's Desk, streaming live on Twitch and then uploading on YouTube. He just did a great introduction to Make Code, which is a great visual program for beginners that are trying to learn programming using the Circuit Playground Express board. Very, very awesome stuff.
Anytime you guys have any programming questions or want to learn more about how to actually code all of this, tune into Tony D's Desk. Check out the playlist too for Tony D.
Yeah.
He has made a lot of videos, so any questions you might have, he might have already done an entire video on it.
Right. Every Friday around 5 or 6 p.m. So on Fridays, Tony D. John Parks, Cooking Up Storms too. John Parks Workshop. Check him out.
Very.
He's got a really great project, actually. Well, for the Adabox 4.
Yes. He's working on one as well.
Check that one out. It's really, really cool. Disc Lady Ada is going to be back soon. A lot of stuff coming.
Yeah, it looks like a nice little backlog of projects she's finishing up, so she can show them off. So definitely stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. Click that bell icon so you can get notified when new episodes are released or when we start live streams.
Awesome. That's 3D Thursday. Oh boy.
It's 3D Wednesday.
I gotta go to the bathroom like really bad. That's why I'm like antsy. Like I gotta go. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Pedro, help me end the show.
Thank y'all for joining.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you actually later tonight on the show and tell.
Yep, we'll
be there. I gotta run to go to the bathroom.
See you guys. Have a great one.
Bye, everybody.